As always, grateful to spend time with you and welcome to your new members area. As I said previously in the other slide. And still, I want to make sure that you have your pen and paper there because that is where you were meant to write. So I trust that you still have that with you. If not, please jot this down because we are going through the part 2 of the foundation here as a recap of the steps that we just covered. It's important to do this to get results. It's important to get results as well. I think it's 80%. We forget, not funny that, we forget most of 80% of the information we take in. So it's important that we recap the foundation before we start our trading material. Before you go to the education and you start learning the material here. So what did we go over and what did we cover? Again, if you have that in front of you, let's do it now. Clarity. So we want to get clear on what we want and who we want to become. This is your affirmations. This is what you suggest to yourself every single day. You need to read this every single day. So clarity is number 1. Decision. We want to decide that today is the day you are going to turn your life around and actually do this. Certainty. After getting clear. So after making the decision. And we have clarity, we decide. We have certainty that we can actually do this. We're going to get certain about achieving the results that we want. And we do this by taking action. Then we want to persist. And here we are only going to focus, only underlined, only circled. We are only going to focus on the activity that moves us to our desires. That's it. Daily disciplines practiced daily is what we want to do. The steps. Let's go over the steps really quick. 1, 2, and 3. Now these are our success habits. Firstly, we want to influence our thoughts. And we do that with the material that we have in the Star Trading. Learning how to trade the right way because we do certain things here in certain ways. Step number 2 is we follow a checklist and a scorecard of daily activities that will move you towards your desired goal, which we'll get to in the next video. Step number 3, repeat step 2 with repetition, repetition, repetition. Again, with daily disciplines. Whether you feel like it or not, every single day. This is called commitment and doing whatever it takes to get what you want. The beginner stages that we covered. Number 1 is learn and study. So we start by learning and studying the training material available to you. Clarity. I always want people to ask me questions and get clear on what it is they are struggling with. Understanding, having clarity on the areas that you need is really important to progress through the training and step by step towards the goals and the desire that you have. Because without clarity, we get confused. When we get confused, we often tend to push it to the side, put it down, not do it, and forget about it entirely. And I don't want that. So anything that you do struggle with, please ask me. Clarity is vital here. We want to progress through the material by having a clear understanding. Step 3, review. Review all of your work and make sure you feel confident in understanding the material. Number 4, we take all of that trade plan and put together a trade plan with the strategies that you want to trade and that you want to go and test. And here's what your page is meant to look like. On the top of the page, you have foundation. You wrote down, I believe, independent profitable trader. And this is what it looks like. Today is the day I decide to become a profitable trader. I will do what it takes to achieve that. I will commit to trading. I am certain in myself that I will make this work. I am only going to focus on the activity that moves myself to my desire and outcome in trading. So again, being an independent profitable trader, that's the outcome. Success habits. Step 1, influence my thoughts the right way. Be a star trader. That's the right way. Because what we do here works. Step 2, create a checklist and scorecards. Again, we'll get to that next video. Step number 3, repetition, repetition, repetition. Daily disciplines. Beginner stages. We want to learn and study. Number 2, want to have clarity and ask questions. Number 3, review the work and the notes that we've taken on, jotted down. And number 4, put together the trade plan. So that's what the page is meant to look like so far. If it doesn't, please write that out. Advanced stages. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 1 is 100 trades. So we need to collect 100 trades. It's the bare minimum. More data, the better your results will be. Number 2, positive expectancy. Know that what you are testing has a positive outcome. So know that your strategy you are testing out of 100 trades, minimum, has a positive expectancy. All that means is it wins more than it loses. Positive expectancy above 0, that just means you have a winning system. And if we are building success habits, again, we're habitual, right? If we are building success habits, then we want to make sure that we are consistent in something that works. Because trust me, there are people, individuals who are very disciplined and consistent in trading a losing system. We do not want that here. If we're building success habits, we want to be consistent in doing something that actually produces you a return. Yes? Number 3, review. Review your tune-up. When you can actually trade that will produce a profit. Okay? Know that from your data that you've tested, the 100 trades that you've collected. When you are able to sit in front of your computer and when you are able to trade, the data will tell you whether that actually produces you a profit or not at the session time that you can trade. So in the morning time, does it actually produce me a profit? Or do I need to trade in the afternoon? Or do I need to trade this at a completely different session time? And if you're unfamiliar what a session time is basically the Sydney session, which is in Australia, New York session, which is in America, Tokyo session, right? So on and so forth. These different sessions, and then the Star Live Trading Room is the London session, the London Market Open. So we need to know out of the 100 trades, does my session time that I am available to trade, does it actually produce me a profit? Is there a positive expectancy during the time that I can trade? So number 3, that review, critical. And number 4, that's the live trade plan. We take all of that and create a live trade plan for you. So then we fund a live account and we trade that plan with discipline. And the byproduct of doing all of that correctly is we are making profits in the live market. The results you get from this: 1, 2, and 3, end result. The end result is to have enjoyment in the process and to make money. Because if you're not enjoying this, then, there's actually no point in doing this. Number 2, major aim. The aim is to get you there in an affordable and reasonable time. And number 3 is to take action. To take massive action and a desire, backed with commitment. By thought, the thing you want is brought to you. By action, we receive it. So these are the results that we are going to get for you. What does the page look like now? Foundation. To become an independent, profitable trader, I will and must follow the advanced stages. These are my steps to follow that will help advance me to where I want to go. Advanced steps. Number 1, test 100 trades. Number 2, have a positive expectancy above 0. Number 3, review my trades and tune up. Number 4, build a live trade plan. The results is to enjoy and have fun in what we're doing and make money. 2, focus on my major aim in order to get me there. Number 3, take massive action and build the life that I want. And we all know the journey, right? We start, we have our aim, we get profitable, we build the capital, and we become a professional. If you remember from the previous video in part 1. Affirm to yourself. So here's something that's really important that I want to say before we jump into putting together the scorecard and checklist and then going through the education. The use of affirmations, it's like what you've done now. The use of affirmations is to change your habit of thought. Because look, if you don't, none of this is going to work for you. And this formula applies to everything in life. The use of affirmations is to change your habit of thought. Any action we take, repeated, becomes a habit. The purpose of what we have gone through here, and the takeaway, is to repeat certain thoughts over and over until the thinking of those thoughts becomes constant and habitual. The thoughts we continually repeat eventually gets expressed through physical action. Repetition. That persistence. What we must do is to repeat the new thought of yourself as a successful forex trader until it is the only way in which you think of yourself. Habitual thought is what you are now. So let's now take what we have here and follow the steps with discipline to build the person you want to become. Alright? So I will, I must, I am, all of these are affirmations that we affirm to us on a daily basis. And by doing the training and doing that correctly, you can and will make this work for you. Yes? So we will get into building the checklist and the scorecards. So I'll show you how that works in just a moment. And then after that, we will go to the members area. And I want to, again, welcome you to your dashboard. So when you log in next time, you click on the right button. So here, to make it to this video, you clicked on the left, which was beginner. But now you want to resume your trading, so you skip the foundation. So click on the right button the next time you log in, skip the foundation, and jump right into your training. And from here, what I want you to do now is build the scorecard and checklist, then download the slides and workbooks, okay, so you can follow along with everything clearly. And number 2, click on the education tab within your members area. And number 3, watch the Star Education video. From there, you will learn everything from what is forex, what is a pip, leverage, risk management, money management, price action, structure, the ebb and flow of the market, reading the language of the market, using Fibonacci's, going into pattern trades, ATR stops, entry stops and targets, criteria, so on and so forth, right? So all of that is in there. So thank you so much for watching part 1 and part 2 of the foundation here. And let's make our way into building that scorecard, building that checklist that will hold you accountable every single day to get you where you want to be. And that's an independent, profitable trader. See you in the next one.